Cool. How's it going, guys? This is Victor. I haven't made a video in a while. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I haven't made a video in a while, and I need to get back into documenting my trading process. It just helps me see everything a lot clearer, and that way I can go back and study all the stuff I need to study, and it just makes everything a lot easier for me. So, give me 1 second. I'm gonna make this video, and I'm really just making it for me, but hopefully you guys get value or something out of it. But it's mostly for me, to be completely honest. This is one of my first videos. I'm not one of the best traders in the world yet, so probably won't even get that many views. Let's see, how do I? um, I'm just clearing it up a little bit. Fuck it, I'm gonna leave it like this. Sorry, I just cussed. I just forgot. YouTube doesn't like when you do that. So pretty happy with how I traded today. I traded the stock PHIO. Today is November 3rd. It's currently 10 a.m. I'm done. I'm profitable on this trade. Didn't really make anything crazy. Almost a 0-0 trade. But I was super disciplined, and I think I read the chart pretty well. So I'll break this down. This is what I looked at and what I seen and what I think I could have done better, or what I know I could have done better. And we'll see how long what I came up plays out as far as we go. So let's see. This is my process now. And also give me 1 second. We will use this too. So I'll put this over here. This is Alpha, or Seeking Alpha. This is probably my favorite website. It has a lot of information, and it's available pretty quickly. So PHIO, I come down here. I look up the ownership. I like the float to be mostly owned or managed by the public, which just makes it easier to trade. It's like player versus player, in my opinion. You see it's a biotech company, has a float of about 5 million market cap. I think this is higher than it was. I think it was 11 million earlier when I looked at it. But this is also why I want to start documenting this better, because I'm pretty sure it was 11 million this morning, but I could be wrong. That's one of those things I should know. I had news that came out earlier today. They had some good clinical trials. One person's cancer completely left. Another person's went down by 80%. Another person's went down by 50%. So biotech trial news, regular stuff in the small cap market kind of stock area. So I like everything about it. Float, catalyst, a lot of volume, etc. So then next I break it down the chart. I turn the computer on about 8:30. Give me this. I've been using the Fibonacci retracement tool a lot. It's pretty cool. I like it. You can ignore these huge red wicks. They weren't here on the real chart. I mean, in the paper trading simulator demo thing, because I just don't want my account information shown. So I'm gonna break this down. I took a picture of what the real one looked like though, and you can look at the chart on whatever platform you use and see what it really looks like. Give me 1 second. Let me put that picture up. So cool. Yeah, the paper trader is a little bit off, but let me see. Give me 1 second. 15-minute chart. Yeah, this did not go all the way down here. At least on like the real chart, it didn't go all the way down here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this did not go down there. So that's a little off. Where's 9:30? 9:30 came. It's right here. It's here. We're gonna call this 3. Yeah, I'm gonna mark this at 3. So 5-minute. Cool. So I come in, I use the Fibonacci retracement tool, boom, place that there. Let me edit this really quickly, because I don't use all of these. Edit. 0, don't need that one, don't need that one, don't need that one, don't need that one. And let's change this color. I think white's easier to see. We'll do solid lines, we'll make them a little bit thicker. Save default. I think I did that right. Or no, I did not do that right. White, white. If there's a way to do this in one thing, let me know, that would be cool, but it doesn't matter. Boom, change this, boom, make this solid, boom. Now we should be good. Let me save that just to make sure, save as default. Okay, cool. So next, I'm going to remove this because I didn't put it in the right place because I just wanted to do that. So remove drawing. Cool. So I place this here. It's 8:30. Let's put this. I think I'll put it right here. I did. I put this right here at 3:40. Perfect. This is how this played out. Now it makes sense. Okay. So boom. I put the retracement boom here. At the top, I turned on at 8:30. It was here. I adjusted it as it went on. It was here and here and here. This is too much. Like this down here, the stock's dead. It's over with. So I'll place it here and here. Well, here and here. So let me say this so y'all understand. So I'll place it at 437 and I place it at 343. And then the price continues to squeeze up more. We have momentum, we have volume, everything's coming in. It is very thickly traded. It's a lot of shares being traded, like 40,000 shares at a time, which is a little shocking because it's like a low flow penny stock. But that shit gave me some pause, and it did give me a little pause. But I was like, let's play out and trade the charts, trust the process. Everything else met the criteria pretty well. So next, what I do is I put this down on the 5-minute Fibonacci. Bang. Next, I looked at the 15-minute chart. I have 3 screens, so 4 if you can 4 if you include my little scanner, but I really just only have a scanner running on there. So next, I look at the 15-minute chart. Bigger time frames give you better understanding. So I'll place this one here, and mother, give me 1 second, guys. Okay. There we go. Sorry, the paper trading settings aren't the same as my real account settings. So a lot of stuff's a little different. Okay, cool. So I'll put this here. This is I would say the top. This is where, I've been following Trade by Sai. I like the way he trades a lot. It makes a lot of sense to me. So he would call this like the indication, I believe. So I see the stock, I would just say this was the initial indication, pullback, or correction, and then continuation. So I actually added to this though. He says ICC. I call it ICCC. So one more extra C. I would say, was it indication, either consolidation or correction, and then continuation. Sometimes it consolidates, then it corrects, and sometimes it corrects, then it consolidates, then it continues, or whatever. But I would say it definitely consolidates. Well, he might include consolidation in part of the correction, but it helps me to understand it and see it on the chart as something different. That's just my hindsight. So then I place this one here. So I would say this is the high, this is the low. The stock goes up. I'm like, bro, I want to buy it. It keeps going up and up and up. Stephen Ducks actually has this saying. He's one of the best traders in the world. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He says, any money that you make due to luck and not following your trading plan is money that you'll give back in the future and more. I think that's the best way I've heard this explained, because I make money sometimes being lucky in the market. Not luck, like I guess he would call it luck, but like I don't follow my trading plan exactly how I draw it up and I know it works statistically best. I'll be like, yeah, I like the stock, and I don't get the entry I want, and I'll be chasing, or I'll hop in and just keep going up, and or just, with these low flow stocks, they go crazy. So he's like, anytime that happens, you give the money back and more. And that happened to me recently. I had a trade where I made like $600-700 in like 5 minutes, but I just hopped in and it went off, and then I sold, and then it crashed. And then I tried to do that some more, and I ended up giving back all the money and more. So when he said that, it made so much sense to me. So I'm like, I want to buy this here, but it doesn't fit my plan. And even if I do make money doing this, it's going to set a bad precedent and a bad habit for me. And I'm going to end up giving this money back in the future and more. So I'm like, no, I'm not buying it. I refuse to buy it here, anywhere up here. So I was looking to get in at 343. So I'm waiting. I see it up here. I'm waiting. I'm letting it pull back. I'm letting it pull back. I'm letting it pull back. It pulls back. It comes down. I'm like, I don't want to buy it before. I was thinking about buying here. And I'm like, I'm gonna let the market open, because usually they have a panic dip where everybody sells when the market opens. So it drops a little bit lower at 329. I watch it. I let it bounce back up. I buy some at 340, 350. I'm scaling in just because this is I didn't like pullbacks like this. So I'm scaling in. And then I end up fully in because this was my stop loss too. Like the break of 340 was my stop loss. So I ended up in at 360 was where I wanted to get in at. 360 to 370. I ended up getting filled at 368. Stock pushes up. I was looking for, let's go back to the 5 minute. Cool. I was looking for us to retest this level of 440. I'll put one here for you. I was looking for it to retest this level of 440. I'll make this green. I think that'll help, maybe. So I was looking for it to retest this level of 340. This will be my take profit. But it was really choppy. It wasn't very smooth. I think that's because it was thickly traded. And then also THAR popped up. It took a lot of attention away from PHIO. It went from $3 up to $7. I was looking at this one too. I was like, oh, I can get in. I can make money on this. It's going crazy. I seen it go from 5 to 6 to 7. And I just hear Steven in my head, or Ducks, whatever you want to call him. He's like, any money you make via luck, you'll give back in the future and more. And I'm like, if I get in right now, I don't have any plan. I just see that it's going up. I'm going to get this money back. So I refuse to take this trade. I was like, if it pulls back and it sets up and gives me structure is a big word I'm trying to focus on right now. Structure and risk. If it gives me structure, then I'll look at it. I seen it pull back and start dying. I'm like, this is just a pump and dump, or a pop up, or I would call it pop up, but pump and dump. And I'm like, not gonna do it. So I go back to looking at PHIO. It's 925. Market's getting ready to open. It pulls back. I mean, it goes down. Because it ends up going down to 28. I had a stop loss. I was gonna, if anything below 30, I was gonna get out. So, because I ended up being a little bit higher than I wanted to, I was okay with that, and I was okay with giving it 30, just because the way these stocks move, I was okay with the risk to reward. So it pops back up. It goes from here to 30, 28. 28 was like a nano of a second to me, pop up on the chart. Back to 30, 40. Then it starts to roll. Boom, boom, boom. It tests the view out and it rejects. You can see it's better on the 1 minute chart, but I'm not going to change it again. It rejects, comes back down. It goes back up again. I end up selling half of my position. I think sold a little early, but it was choppy and I didn't like how it was moving. It pulls back heavily. Then it goes up again, pushes back, let's see, it closes here, opens here, pulls back again, squeezes, touches the line, and then starts to fall. So I was happy with how I did this trade. I probably could have held the profit. I could have either taken more profit, because I only sold half. I probably should have sold more, but I was like, I'm expecting it to go higher, so I really don't want to take too much profit off the table here in case it does go the way I want it to go. But at the same time, it was just it wasn't moving smoothly. We didn't get the kind of volume that I thought we were going to get at the open. What's this? This is 30. Does it say the volume on here? Sorry, like I said, chart looks completely different. My chart. Where's the volume? Hmm. Oh, not sure. Yeah, I'm tripping. I don't know where to find it at on here, but this doesn't get the kind of volume that I wanted to get. So I end up selling. It pulls back here. I flatten out. I'm like, bro, I didn't seen this thing drop hard and go up hard. And I flatten, get out, small profit on the day. Then I get out here, flattens. Then it goes up, touches again. Then it comes, starts to pull it back. I didn't like how thickly traded it was. I didn't like how choppy the I would call it the correction or the continue, not the correction. I don't like how choppy the continuation was. It wasn't smooth. I wanted it to just start boom, 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 but it was like that. It was very choppy. THR also took some of the attention. I didn't like the lack of volume. I was happy with how I traded this. I wish I would have took more profit off at the top when I sold half, but that's all right. Not really mad about that. What I can say, I'm gonna get rid of all of this. If you look, you see, boom. I'm gonna get rid of um, drawings. Let's remove all of these. So this is the thing I would say that I could have done better. So I put the top at the right place, boom. I put the bottom right here. And I didn't know where the bottom was because I put it here, but I didn't know if this was the real bottom, which is why I didn't take this at the very first time. I want more, what's the word? I wanted more, so many words. Basically, I wanted this to be validated. I wanted more, the word, I can't think of the word right now. I wanted to make sure I was right though. I wanted to confirm this. And I wasn't quite sure, so I didn't take it. And it ended up, did drop lower, so I'm happy I didn't get in here because I would have been really mad here and then blah, blah, blah. But what I realized is I should have, I don't think it shows up right on here. Yeah, we'll take it. So what I should have done, instead of picking that wick on the 5 minute, and there's also like I think there was a wick here on the 15 or something. But instead of picking that wick on the 5 minute, I should have picked this base on the 15 minute. This should have been my bottom right here, 328, 330. Hindsight, easy to say, 33. I mean, 2020, right? But this would have made so much more sense. I'd have got in at a safer entry. I would have, instead of me getting in at almost 70, because I was looking to get in at 40, I got filled at 68. I would have probably got in at 40 with a break. What I would have got in at 40 or 50, and 50 is a much better number anyway. Now that I think about it, I would have got in at 50, and then I would have been in the profit more, and I would have been in less downside when I was down. So what I've learned from this is I'll try to use basis instead of wicks, unless it gives me multiple touches the wicks. But I'll try to use basis, and we'll see how that works and if it's valid. That's my hypothesis right now. I think it makes sense, but we'll just test that out from now on and see. I might go do some back testing and understand, but overall, I will give this trade a B. Entry was, I was happy with my entry. I was happy with my technical analysis. I was happy with everything. This could have been better. I didn't know though, so I'm not mad at that. Now I know. Could have took more profit at the top when I took initially sold half. I was happy I got out when I did because I didn't let it flush on me. Overall, happy with the trade, happy with setup, happy with everything today. Wish I would have made more money, but I was very disciplined today in my approach, and that's the best thing. I'm gonna end this video. I'll keep making more of these. I won't make them on no trade days. I will also include my notes in the bottom of the description just so I can come back and read them. Like, oh, what did I do on PHIO? Why didn't it work? And all of that stuff, etc. But if you have any questions or you find this video interesting, feel free to leave a comment, watch it, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Nobody will probably watch this because I'm not him yet, but I'm on my way. So